running. Welcome to Gentle.
Yeah, I'm going to sign up tomorrow too.
Oh, great.
I'm going to sign up for tomorrow.
All right. Looking forward to it.
I love that class too.
Yeah.
Love them
A
all.
little bit different energies. Same bit, but a little different too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute for the recording. Perfect. And so find your supplies, whatever you need. And I'm going to ask you to get in a comfortable seated position. Find your center, maybe by rocking side to side a little. Maybe forward and back a little. And then when you find that center, pause there. Shoulders relaxing down, palms either down or up, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Right? And we begin our gentle yoga practice. Today, my goal is to have a little focus on relationships by having a better focus towards the self. We have so many different types of relationships in our lives. Like we were just discussing a few minutes ago, relationships with siblings, right? Family, children, with spouses, with partners, with parents, with friends, with neighbors, with colleagues. The number of relationships we have in our lives is plentiful, different. And sometimes those relationships don't exactly pan out in a direction that we envision for ourselves. And I think most of the time, we have this constant pull to focus on other people's actions, other people's attitudes, the other people's choices or behaviors. And so I invite you today to bring your hands to your heart center, bring your chin down to your chest, and tune inward. Perhaps contemplating that if we were to focus more on our own attitudes, our own choices, our own behaviors and actions, maybe we would see a shift in those relationships. Right? So it always takes two to tango. However, this idea of having really good, healthy relationships takes a lot of work for the self. So envision what you desire. And perhaps you can come up with one word. I love to do the one word practice as a way to really get focused. And maybe that one word is in correlation to how you wish to see a particular relationship or all relationships in your life. Maybe that one word is peace or love, acceptance or trust, joy or contentment, or something that you choose for yourself. And I will remind us to come back to that one word as a means of staying focused. Good. When you're ready, lift that head up, lift that chin up, draw the shoulders back and down. Take a nice breath in and reach the arms up. Good. And as you exhale, really simply just twist to your left. Good. Move through the neck a little bit. Right, maybe chin up and down a few times. And then you can turn the head in the opposite direction. So the chin is going toward the right shoulder. Again, maybe toward the collarbone or maybe lifting it up. Right? And if you're not sure what that one word is yet, maybe you're still thinking about it. That's okay. Usually I think we find something to resonate with pretty quickly, right? That vision for what we wish for in our lives. That vision for how we choose to be that person of integrity. With your next inhale, reach those arms forward and up. Stretch a little bit from side to side as you exhale. Good. Inhale comes to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. So same action with that neck. Down a little, chin up a little, right? Explore. Right? And so we may think always that it takes two to tango in that relationship. But I'm really learning that how we perceive things so much comes from the self. Turn the head to look over the left shoulder. Again, maybe chin up and down a few times. And then when you're ready, inhale both arms forward and up. Maybe a little back bend here if it feels good. And then as you exhale, hands come down to the knees, chin to chest, and pull middle back backwards, right? Rock a little side to side in your seated kitty cat posture. And just notice how it's all feeling. Physical sensations, where are the tight spots? Where are the sweet spots? Center the torso with an in-breath. Lean the body forward and up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the chin, lift the chest. Open the collarbone and heart space. Exhale, round and hunch, kitty cat pose. So we're going to take a few cycles moving through cat-cow, right? Follow the cadence of your breath. Your inhale brings you forward and up. Your exhale pulls the middle back backwards and the chin to the chest. So do 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 more. Relax the jaw. Notice if you're feeling any tension in that mandible. And then next time you come forward and up, pull yourself back to the center. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, lean the body to the right. A little side body stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean the body to the left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the body to the left, just like we began, right? And let's take that left arm, lift it up, and lean the body to the right. So right shoulder toward right thigh. So you've got that side body and that twist at the same time. Good. And then slowly turn the head to look down toward the shins, bringing that left hand across the body, letting it find the right knee. Center the torso. So each hand holding onto the opposite knee, and then just draw the middle back backwards, maybe rocking off the tailbone a little bit. Feel that big spaciousness across the shoulder blades and the thoracic spine. Good. With an inhale, lean forward, uncross the arms, sweep them out and up. Exhale, twist to the right. And an inhale will lift that right arm up. And an exhale will lean left shoulder toward left thigh. Good. Notice the jawline again, or maybe some other area where you're holding on to tension. Relax the shoulders. Turn the head to look down toward the ankles or shins, and then bringing that right hand to find the left knee. Center the torso. Hold on to those knees. Pull middle back backwards, chin to chest. Big, spacious kitty cat pose. So good. And then with an inhale, lean a little forward, release the hands, sweep them out and up. Good, exhale, draw them right down the center energy channel line and stop at the heart. Beautiful. And then relaxing the hands down. Let's extend your right leg out to the right. So it's like a wide-legged Janu Shirsasana, right? So instead of having the left leg out in front of us, we're opening it out wide. Good. And then bringing your hands to the floor or the sides of your hips and just kind of move through that right foot. Flex and point it a few times. Wiggle the toes, right? Maybe the ankle side to side. Right? Notice where you're feeling it. Maybe a big sensation in the inseam of the leg. Good. And then bringing the hands to the floor in front of you. See if you can just touch the fingertips down so you can sit up really tall and flex those right toes. Good. Come back to your one word. I have this feeling that acceptance is so important, right? We can't control who others are, what they do. We have to accept them for who they are. We can choose to stay in relationships or we can choose to leave them. That's always an option for us. Good. We're going to take half moon circles with the neck. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, chin comes down to the chest. Good. Imagine like if you had a circle and you drew a line right down the middle. Half of it was black and half of it was white, right? So it's like literally a moon cut in half. Let your left ear go over towards your left shoulder. Good, bringing it back behind you. Stop at that halfway point, and then bring the head back to center. Good, we're gonna take it in the other direction. Big inhale. Exhale, chin down to chest. And then rocking right ear toward right shoulder, slowly back behind you, and then back up to the center. Good. And now bringing those hands forward and up, take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, let that right arm go down that right leg and just lean over to the right. Good. Take a few breaths here. Nice. So let's take some circles with that left arm. Start to reach the left arm up toward the ceiling and then over toward the left and then sweep it out in front of you over toward the right foot and back up again. So some big circles through that left arm, just kind of maybe feeling a little pops and clicks in the shoulders or a little Rice Krispies. And get it open to the best of your ability. Maybe your circles are much smaller than mine. Good. Keep breathing while you're moving. So well done. Nice. Next time that left arm reaches up. Good. Let's bring the right arm up to meet it. Lower the left hand down and pop up onto that left shin, stretching out the whole right side of the body. Oh, so sweet. Now let's see how it feels to turn the head down to look toward the left hand. And then inhale, turning the head up to look toward the right arm. Good. One more breath. And exhale, slowly sweeping it down. Good. Inhale, both arms forward and up. Good. Now turn the torso toward that extended right leg and forward fold. All right. Few good breaths here in this forward fold, holding on to whatever you can reach, right? Ankle, shin, foot, calf. Now, see if you can take that left hand and bring it somewhere to the outside of that right foot. So it could be foot or ankle or calf, anywhere on the outside. Take that right arm and sweep it out behind you. Look over your right shoulder. Big stretch on the left side of the body. Big breath in, big breath out. Good. Slowly sweeping that right arm back and around. Inhale, lift that left arm up. And exhale, lower it down. So good. All right, now lean back into the hands, bringing that right foot to meet the left, center them, soles of feet together, butterfly pose. Push into the palms, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head and chest. Oh, good. And then slowly bringing the torso back to neutral. And we're going to extend that left leg out wide, tucking that right one in. Good. And hands on either side of you, and then just kind of move through that left foot. Point and flex, wiggle the toes, circle, right? Where is your intention? Where do you feel sensation? Yeah, so good. And then bringing those fingertips in front of you. We're gonna take those half moon circles again with the neck. So flex those left toes, sit up tall, right fingertips on the ground in front of you. Big inhale. Exhale, chin down to the chest. Next inhale, rocking right ear toward right shoulder. Halfway back behind you, stop at that halfway point and head back to center. Big breath in. Exhale, chin down to chest. Rocking over toward that left shoulder and back behind you. Stop at the halfway point and bringing the head back to center. So good. And then slowly bringing that left hand down that left leg. Sweep that right arm out and up. And lean that body over. Good. All right, so as we're leaning the body over, let's just take a turn of the head. Turn the head to look toward the extended leg. Turn the head to look up toward the extended arm. Good, and then we're gonna play around with the circles of the shoulder. Inhale that right arm up, bringing it back toward the opposite side of the room. Sweep it out in front of you, over to the left, and up again. All right, so just take a few rounds circling through that shoulder. Right, maybe the head kind of follows along. You might even try to use the head and the gaze to follow the tips of the fingers or the hand. Good. And then the next time that right arm reaches up, pause there. Inhale, left arm comes up to meet the right, and exhale, lower right hand down, popping up on that right shin, lifting that tushy cheek up and extending through the left side of your body. Good. Breath in and breath out. And then slowly lowering the hips down, sweeping the arms out and up. Good. Flex those left toes and turn the body toward that straight leg and exhale, forward fold. Right. So there's still a big, wide stance here. You can let the head go. Wherever you're holding on to is perfectly fine. take a couple of breaths, relax the jaw, come back to your one word. I'm pretty fond of acceptance. Yeah. And now take that right hand and bring it to the outside of that leg somewhere, either outer edge of the foot, ankle, side of the calf. Yeah, so it's a bigger stretch on the right side of the body. Take that left arm, reach it out to the left, and then reach it back behind you, looking over that left shoulder. Creating space. Space for what we wish for, space for what we desire. Yeah. One more breath in. And exhale, bringing the hand back and around. In breath, rises everything up. And exhale, hands come back behind you. Lean into the hands and then find your way to that butterfly position again. Good. See if you can turn the fingers to point back behind you if that's comfortable for your wrists. Push into the palms, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head and chest. Good. You might even see what it feels like to push into the outer edges of your feet, lifting the hips up. Good. Make sure you can breathe, right? So no part of our practice ever robs us of our breath. One more good inhale. And exhale, lower those hips. Good. Walking the hands closer, drawing those knees together, soles of the feet flat, and then wrapping the arms around the shins, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, maybe one hand on either shin, chin to chest. Puja. Little prayer pose. And come back to your one word. And when you're ready, lift that head and slowly coming around into a tabletop position. So find your way to hands and knees. And spread those fingers wide. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, tuck toes. Lift head, lift chest, lift tailbone, rock the body forward. Exhale, untuck toes, round and hunch, pull back toward the heels a little bit. So move through your cat-cow. Right? When we've been practicing yoga for a long time, there's certain poses that are so common and so familiar, and this is probably one of them that we do, maybe not every single practice, but practically. Right, so it's familiar. But even though it's familiar, it could actually behave differently on any particular day. Right? So it's sort of like relationship. How is it today, and how are you reacting and responding to it? Slowly from cat pose, make your way into an extended child's pose. Maybe knees can go a little wider, toes can touch, head coming down to the floor, either forehead touching mat, or maybe head turns to a side. You've got the space. Maybe you're using a block. Just breathe well here in child's pose for 3 good cycles of breath. If the head is turned to the side, switch halfway so the head turns the other direction. And then head back to center. Extend those arms as far forward as you can. Lift your head, look up. And then with your next inhale, lift the hips away from the heels, tuck the toes under, press back into a nice bent knee down dog. Maybe alternating knees and heels here. Walking your dog. then look forward, rock the body into a plank pose. If you need to lower the knees here, by all means do so. Right, just organize that plank. Beautiful. And then lower that right knee and step that left foot forward. So if you need blocks here, this is a really good time to grab a set of blocks underneath each hand. Lunge position. Come up onto those fingertips, whether it's on the floor or the blocks. Lift that heart up. Push down into the top of that right foot. Push down into the balls of that left foot, especially the big toe mound. Good. And then you could stay here, or you could reach both arms forward and up with an in-breath. Good. Sweeping up the heart, opening and spreading the fingers wide. Breath in and breath out. Good. Drawing the hands forward and down with your next exhale. Rock the hips back, straightening through that left leg. Hold in Ardha Hanumanasana. Good. Now, keeping the hips drawing back, lift the head up, look toward the toes. Maybe lift the toes. Good. And let's wake up a little more sensation in that leg. See if you can take that left foot and just kind of tilt the toes over to the left. Ooh, yeah. Good morning, left leg. Good morning, sensation. Good. Inhale, toes back to center. Start to bend into that knee. Rock the body forward. Good. Come up on those fingertips again. We're going to rise on up one more time. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Good. And exhale, out like wings. Look to the left, pivot and twist, and then take that right hand to the outside of the left leg. And maybe the left hand can either wrap around the back, like around the waistline, or you can come down the back of that right leg, helping you to twist a little deeper. Good. So option here, kind of like we did when we were seated, you can lift that right arm up, extend that right side of the body a little more in your twist. Good. How's your breathing? Can you look at your own responses and reactions? So well done. And then slowly, slowly turn the head. Inhale, lift that left arm up to meet the right. Exhale, both hands down. Tuck right toes under, lift right knee, and step right foot up to meet the left, forward fold. At least hips distance or wider. Good, fingers on the shins. Inhale, halfway, lift up and lengthen. And exhale, fold deeply, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, halfway, lift up and lengthen. And exhale, fold deeply. Good. Soften the knees. With an in-breath, sweep the arms out, rise on up. Right, Urdhva Hastasana. Maybe lean back a little if it feels good. And exhale, come to Samasthiti. Hands at heart center. Mountain pose. Equal standing posture. Pause for a moment. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Connect with that one word. Good. Inhale, arms reach up. Soften those knees as you forward fold. Good. Fingers come to your shins. Halfway lift up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold deeply. Good. And step back to a plank pose. Right? Right. If you need to lower those knees, lower the knees. Maybe you take a moment to test your own strength. Take another breath in. Exhale, lift hips and press back. Downward facing dog. Maybe bent knees, or maybe you're straightening through them a little more. Maybe you paddle out a little more. Movement is good. And then we're gonna lower that left knee down, stepping that right foot in between the hands closer to that right thumb. Yeah, and then come up on those fingertips and lift the heart up, that lunge position on the opposite side. Good. Breathing mindful. Right, so before we rise up, start to activate, pushing that big toe mound of the right foot down. Pushing into the top of the left foot, so stabilize. Inhale, arms sweep forward and up. Spread the fingers wide. Are you rooting in the base? Are you present here and now? Good. Breathe. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly lower the hands down, rock those hips back, straightening through the right leg. Maybe starting by folding in, right? Notice if those hips are drifting off to the left. Center them. And lift your head up, look toward the right toes. Lift the right toes if you can, breathe. Yeah, and then finding a little more sensation, you can let those right toes rock over to the right. Woo. Yeah, looking good. How's your breathing? Good. Inhale the right toes back up, and then slowly bending back into that right knee. All right, we're gonna find that lunge position again. Come up on the fingertips first. Lengthen the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Oh, good. And as we exhale, arms are gonna come out like wings and we're gonna twist to the right. Good, you can hold this water wheel twist, or maybe take that right hand to the back of that left thigh or around the back and that left arm over to the outside of that right thigh. Just see how that feels. Good. Maybe you extend that left arm up and lean back a little more. See where you can find that space here today. And so when we create space, we make room for what we wish for, right? What we envision, what we desire, what we intend. Good. Inhale, release that right arm, reach it up. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot, left toes tuck, left knee lifts, and left foot steps forward. Forward fold. Good. Fingers to shins. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out. Maybe you still need a little soft bend in the knees. Rise on up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands, heart, Samasthiti, and pause. Breathe. Notice how you feel. Are you here and now? Good. Come back to your intention, your one word. Beautiful. With an inhale, reach the arms up. With an exhalation, soft bend in the knees to forward fold. Chin to chest, crown of head down toward floor. Inhale, halfway, lift up, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulders back and down. Exhale, fold deeply. Good. Hands to the floor and step back into a plank pose. Again, remember you can always come to table. Spread those fingers wide. Push that mat right through the floor. Strengthen the legs, strength in the core, and breath flowing freely. Good. So challenging ourselves here. Let's take that left hand slightly more to the center for a little bit more balance. And then see if you could just bring the right hand to your heart. Woo. You could do this with knees down. Good. Switching sides. Right hand comes down slightly toward the center. Left hand, a little hold of the heart. A little tenderness right there. Releasing that left hand down, And then lowering the knees down, pulling yourself back into child's pose. Rest the forehead down and breathe. Good. Lift the head up, walk the hands toward the body, and then rolling yourself up into Virasana Hero's pose. Sitting onto the heels or maybe onto blocks here if you need. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. And exhale, lower the right hand down and lean the body over to the right. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand down and lean the body over to the left. Good. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, arms out like wings and they come back behind you. Interlace those fingers. Draw the knuckles down toward the toes. Right. Look over your right shoulder and a little twist. Knuckles go left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Knuckles to the right. Good. Inhale to the center and exhale slowly, bringing the heart space forward, letting your body come back down to child's pose with bound arms. Maybe you let those arms rest on the lower back here, or maybe you draw those shoulder blades together and squeeze, lifting the arms up and away from the lower back. Remember, don't let anything take your breath away, right? We don't let anybody else rob us of our peace or our breath. Now, if you wanted to come into rabbit pose, you could lift the hips up, rock a little bit onto the crown of the head here, letting the arms come up and away a little further. Take it if it feels good for you. Slowly rolling back to the forehead and lowering the hands. Release the interlaced arms. Let the arms rest down by your side. Let the shoulders soften and roll. Palms face up and fingers start to curl. Breathe into that upper back. And exhale it out. Bringing the hands forward again and lifting the hips away from the heels. Tuck your toes under. Press back, downward facing dog. Good. All right, walking the dog a little more here. Beautiful. And then slowly lower down that left knee again, maybe toward the center this time. Bring the left hand to the center of the mat, and then the left foot sort of pivots off to the left slightly. The right foot flattens out, right toes point to the right. Bring that right hand back to the heart, right here. With an inhale, roll that right shoulder open. And so it's a side tabletop here. And then right arm up toward the ceiling. Oh, so good. Breath in and breath out. And so now options, you could stay right here, or you could take it a little further, extending that right arm, bicep muscle by the ear, fingertips toward the front of your mat or front of your room. Or maybe, you could lift that right leg up, flex it like crazy, take a little balance. Right. Expanding your body with your breath. Feeling what you feel. Maybe a little instability, a little wibbling and wobbling, right? Welcome to the normalcy of the fluctuations of life. Fluctuations of relationships. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower the foot. If it's elevated, lower the hand, lower the knee. Good, and pull back either child's pose, or maybe you choose to come back to your downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths, whichever pose you've chosen. the ribs, the belly, and the chest. In 3 dimensions, forward, backwards, and side to side. And then when you're ready, we're gonna lower the right knee down. If you're in child's pose, come to a table with just that right knee down, slightly toward the center, right hand toward the center, right foot pivots out to the right, left foot flattens, so those left toes are pointing out to the left. Bring your left hand to your heart, gazing down at the right fingertips. Take a nice inhale. And then as you exhale, hold that heart and open it, drawing that left shoulder, stacking on top of the right, turning the gaze to look up, and then extending that left arm up toward the ceiling. Good. Stable here in the side. And maybe holding this posture, or perhaps extending left arm up and over the head, bicep muscle by the ear. And final option, maybe lifting that left leg. If you do, flex it like crazy. Make sure that you can breathe. Just noticing the fluctuations, not only of the body, but also of the mind. Can you remember that one word? Come back to it here. But when you feel ready, slowly releasing that left foot, turning the head to gaze down, releasing that left hand, releasing that left knee. Yeah, and then centering yourself, pull back either to a child's pose, or maybe you come back into a downward facing dog. Take what serves you here and give me 3 cycles of breath. Expanding belly, chest, ribs, 3 dimensions. Forward, backwards, and side to side. When you're ready, if you're in down dog, release the knees. If you're in child's pose, lift the head up. And we're going to shift off to one side, sweeping our legs down and around in front of us. Good. Beautiful. And then we're going to take that left leg out to the left and take that right leg out to the right. Yeah. Just see how the inseams of the legs are feeling here. A little wardrobe adjustment, perhaps. Good. Bring your hands to your heart center, flex the toes, sit up tall. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, left arm down, left leg, and we lean the body to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, leaning the body to the right. Right arm down, right leg. Doesn't matter how far down it goes. Good. Inhale, back up to center. One more time each side. Exhale, leaning the body over to the left. Maybe you find a little more space. You could even bend that right elbow, bringing the hand to the back of the head, opening the heart a little more. Inhale, extend the arms up to center, and exhale, second time, opposite side, leaning to the right. Maybe bend left elbow behind the head here. Toes are flexed and breath is flowing free. Good. Inhale, extend arms up and back to center. Exhale, hands out in front of you. And then start to crawl the hands forward. Yeah, so maybe you only go a few inches, or maybe you've got plenty of space. So crawl your hands out to the most comfortable position that you can find. Let your head go. You can always support blocks underneath the arms here if you need, or underneath the hands here if you need, right? Just let your head go. Big sensations in the body. Make sure that they are not painful, right? Sensations and discomfort are expected. Good. Maybe 2 more breaths. When you're ready, lift the head up slowly, walk the hands back toward the body, rolling yourself up. Ooh, yeah, hands underneath each of your knees, lean back a little, bend your knees and come back to that puja. Soles of feet on the ground, knees bent, chin toward chest. You can grab opposite shins or elbows here, or even one hand on each shin, right? Drawing the body closer together. Beautiful. When you're ready, lift that head and chest, releasing the arms, and then slowly lower yourself onto your back. All right. Oh, pause in conscious resting pose. Arms down by your side, knees bent, feet hips distance. Maybe fingertips can brush the heels. Good. On an in-breath, reach the arms up and over the head. Good. And then as you exhale, see if you can push down into the feet, lift the hips up, take this extended bridge pose. And 1 or 2 more breaths here. Squeeze in the medial glutes. Right. Getting the inseams of the legs put back where they belong. 1 more breath. And exhale slowly, lower hands, lower hips. And then lifting the knees up into the chest, hugging in. And rock a little side to side. Massage that lower back. Good. And center yourself here. Good. Make the arms come out like wings, or maybe even up a little higher. And take a gentle supine twist. Let both knees relax over to the left. Head turns to the right. Take at least 3 cycles of breath here. All right, so if you want the twist to be a little deeper, you can lift the knees up higher. If you need it to be a little softer, you can lower the knees down toward the end of the mat more, right? So choose what feels comfortable for you here and breathe. So we can examine ourselves more deeply. This moment, we take the time to pause when relationships have little bubbling up issues. Do we just react immediately, or do we examine, look at our goals, look at our desires, accept? When you're ready, use an in-breath to rock the knees and hips back to the center. And if you want to pause in the center and hug them in again, you can do so. You can even rock a little. And when you feel ready, you can bring those knees over to the right, head to the left. Right? If the feet come down to the floor, maybe the twist won't be as intense. Just breathe. expanding belly, ribs, and chest as you inhale. Contracting, softening, and releasing everything as you exhale. And then allow your in-breath to bring those knees back to the center. Maybe one more opportunity to hug them in. You might even lift head and chest. Right? Reaching the hands toward the feet. Creating yourself into a little tiny ball. Kind of like a little reset right here. Squeeze it in. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. And the next inhale. Extend the legs all the way down. Reach the arms all the way up. Point your toes. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And exhale, sweeping the arms down by your sides. Making the feet wider than your hips. Relax the jaw. Soften the palms. Allow the breath to come back to a natural rhythm, one that is not controlled. Allow the eyelids to get heavy. And the limbs to get heavy. Softening the soles of the feet and the toes. Come back to your one word here. As you embrace the stillness and the opportunity to observe you. Bend your elbows and just bring your hands to your torso. Take a bigger breath. Feel your belly rise and your ribs expand and your chest lift. Exhale, softening it all out. Bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. Just slowly rocking your body onto your favorite side, maybe making that arm like a pillow for your head. Using the strength of your upper body to make your way into a seated position again. Bring your hands to your heart center. And so when we allow our relationships to evolve naturally, unconditionally, we can really take that time to observe ourselves. So come back to your one word once again. Your choice. Om Shanti, 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 He. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. May this practice always be a source of peace for each one of you. Thank you so very much for coming out to practice with me today. May you be heard. May you be at peace. Namaste. Thank you so much. A joyous, terrific Tuesday.